The eighth grader. Do you know what that means?
No.
Lance knows what it means. Lance was so good when he was a kid, growing up in New York, that they let him play as an eighth grader with the college and high school kids. How young were you when they let you run with the big kids?
I was about 13 years old.
13 years old, and people started just saying, "Have you seen the eighth grade?" And it stuck, right?
Yeah.
You still now? There was a time where you held the record, the 4-year high school record for points in New York. Do you still have it?
No. Actually, a kid broke it already.
Yeah, but still, you think of all the great players ever to come out of New York, Lance. To say you had that even for a time is pretty. That's pretty awesome, right?
Yeah, it's a blessing, man.
Yeah.
So what's it like to be here wearing purple and gold?
Oh man, it feels good, and I actually look good in it, so I feel great.
If people who have followed your game know that what you bring when you come into a game is instant energy. I'm curious if you still have that same energy later in your career that you did when you first came into the league, or have you had to adjust your game as you've gotten older?
I definitely adjust, but my goal when I get in there is
wreak havoc, right?
Play as hard as I can, help my teammates win, have fun, and bring that defensive energy.
Now, my understanding is that LeBron recruited you pretty hard. Talk about that process.
It was different, especially with all the battles we went through and all the tough games. And
did it surprise you?
Yeah, it surprised me.
Because the most famous picture, of course, Lance, is you blowing in his ear, which I totally understood. You're an agitator. You were trying to see if he'd take the bait.
Yeah.
Do you think, now there's a famous clip of Matt Barnes, who tried to get Kobe to flinch. He took a basketball and threw it right in his face, and Kobe didn't flinch.
Yeah.
The next year, Kobe told Mitch Kupchak, go get Matt Barnes. Anyone crazy enough to F with me, although they'll say mess with me, we want on our team. Do you think LeBron, in a weird way, thought, okay, anybody who wants to win that bad, who's just crazy enough to mess with me, I want him on my side? Do you think that there's any of that going on?
A little bit. We went through tough battles, and when you got a guy that's eager to win like that and fight, do whatever it takes to win like that, of course, anybody want that player on your team. And my goal is to come in and help my teammates, be one of the vets that help the young guys, and just have fun winning games, and definitely learning from all the veterans around me.
When you played against this young core, we talk about the Lakers' young core. Describe what you saw playing against them.
Oh man, they was running. It was everywhere. Just playing excellent defense, and you could see all the young guys. How much work they put in this off season. They look even more in shape. So I mean, they was just running, gunning, and hitting shots, and it looked like they was having fun. So I mean, just to be a part of this and help the young guys and be with the veteran players that's here. I mean, it's going to be great.
How good does it feel that you no longer have to defend LeBron in games? Have you thought about that yet? You always had to guard him when he was on the other team, right?
No, he's a tough player. You got to bring your all.
What's the plan there? What are you trying to do to stop him?
You got to bring your all, man. It's mostly a team effort. You can't. No one can
do it with one guy.
Yeah. It got to be a team effort. So with a guy like that, strong and can handle the ball and make smart plays every play. I mean, you got to be aware, and you got to have a team effort.
What about Luke Walton makes him the right guy to play for?
Oh man, he's amazing. Especially because he played the game and he knows what you need and how the players feel, because he played the game. And just meeting with him this summer, talking to him and getting acclimated and running the plays, and meeting the whole staff. I mean, it's been amazing, and you could tell already he got a great spirit, and he wants to help everyone. So I mean, I'm definitely up for this season.
Lance, I was looking at your career. You really have lived all over the country. You went to college in Cincinnati. You lived in Indiana. You grew up in New York.
Yeah.
I think this is the first time you're going to live full-time in L.A., at least, live and play for a team in L.A.
Yeah.
What's that like for you? What do you think of Los Angeles?
Oh, I mean, it's actually lovely. Just to wake up with the sun. And,
which is new for you.
I love that you called it lovely. It really is lovely.
Just wake up.
He's an Ohio guy.
I'm an Ohio guy, so believe me, this is lovely.
Yeah, I mean, this is lovely, and this weather, just waking up, and the fans here, they welcome you everywhere I've been, to restaurants and stuff like that. I mean, everyone is clapping, so I mean, everyone is up for this year. and I just can't wait to get started.
Lance, what's a successful season in your mind? Are you allowing yourself to think as big as we can compete for a title this year, or is it just take one game at a time, or what's in your head in terms of goals?
Just learning my teammates, learning as much as possible, and just getting everyone together. I mean, when you get a group together and everyone is on the same page, I mean, that stuff comes. So just everybody get on the same page and having fun.
What's the most valuable thing you can teach a younger player? And I'm thinking, I'm looking around, I'm seeing Svi, and I'm seeing Kuzma, and I'm seeing all these young guys. What's the single most valuable thing you can teach them?
Confidence, always believe in yourself. And, it's a long season. We got a lot of good players on this team. It's going to be different lineups and stuff like that. Just stay sharp and just worry about winning. Do whatever it takes to help the team win, and that's it, man. Just have fun.
Well, most of all, man, it's great to have you.
Yeah, great. Thank you. Great
to have you, man. I've been watching you wreak havoc against us for 17 years, man. I'm glad you're going to be doing it for our side.
All right, thank you.
Great to have you here, man. Thanks very much. There's Lance Stephenson, who, Mace, you'd never heard that before. When he was in grade, he was so good in New York. And New York's like the mecca of basketball.
Yep.
That they would put him in the games with they put him at Rucker Park with the.
Yeah, wasn't his nickname Born Ready?
Yeah. And because people would say, have you seen the 8th graders? So when you go to games, you know who's that is David Jacoby, our mutual friend David Jacoby's favorite player of all time. I'll call him, I'll say, you see Stephenson last night? Go the 8th grader! Because Jacoby grew up in New York, and people would walk around and say, hey man, have you seen the 8th grader? And then when he got into high school, he lived up, it doesn't always happen, but he lived up to the hype, has scored more points in 4 years in New York City than any player ever. And he's going to be a very interesting fit, because what he does is when he comes into games, he is a bull in a china shop. Yep. He just disrupts whatever it is. He's a basketball junior Seau. Yeah. Seau would never run the plays, but he would always bust everything up, because that's Stephenson. He's defensively going to be the guy that I always talk about using his fouls. Yeah. He's going to use his fouls. He's going to be the guy that the other team is going to, if a fight starts, he probably starts.
Well, and we've talked about this a lot, but the general thing here is you can't out-warrior the Warriors.
Right.
Well, he's the guy that's going to get out there, play defense, bring some toughness, and kind of muck up the game a little bit, which is what you hope for from a player like that.
And it's interesting that LeBron, you asked him about LeBron recruiting him, and we're going to get LeBron here in a few minutes.
Well, it's interesting, too. Rondo, not at all. Stephenson, a lot.
But I know this, that every player they signed after they signed LeBron, signed off on.
Exactly.
So, Magic has said that publicly, that, anytime you have an elite Hall of Fame player, you run it by him.
Right.
Which is something, remember, that Kobe used to get mad at, that they wouldn't do all the time. But I actually think that having Lance Stephenson here is what LeBron wants is he wants gamers.
Right.
He wants guys that he can, and now he's got a combination of young guys and old guys.
Yeah.
So if it gets into a street fight and the refs aren't calling anything, they'll bring in Stephenson and Beasley and JaVale McGee. These guys know how to play. They know how to play when they're getting fouled. They're not going to freak out, and they'll get calls.
Right.
I think that young guys, and the Lakers last year were such a young team. Young guys don't get calls.
Yep.
And these guys, Rondo, Stephenson, JaVale McGee with his 2 rings, Michael Beasley, who's been in the league 10 years.
Yep.
They know how to get calls. So I think that's going to make a huge difference, especially late in games for the Lakers. Somebody sent me a tweet.